My name is Kai Alexander. I'm a ninja athlete and I went vegan in 2015. Reason I went vegan, long story short, a girlfriend at the time was interested. I helped her out by also going vegan with her. I was only going to do it for a month, but I ended up loving it so much. I just kept going with it, and then I learned all the health benefits, the ethical benefits, and the environmental aspects of it, and I was like, why would I ever go back? So ever since then, I haven't touched an animal product.
Wow, sounds like you accidentally went vegan.
Pretty much, it wasn't the intention. I just really liked this girl, and she needed help, so I was like, all right, I'll help her out. So,
did you notice anything change physiologically, mentally, emotionally? Let's talk about those reasons that caused you to stick with it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I was never an animal lover. I never liked going to zoos, or pets were like okay, but I realized that I still respect animals enough that I don't want to harm them or cause killing of any animals. And when I realized that, I'm like, yeah, I don't have to love animals to be vegan. And that was like a really big thing that I noticed about myself. And I just felt better. When I saw the science, we don't need animal products. I felt like I've been lied to my whole life of telling us that we need protein and animal products is a necessity. And after that, I was like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. So that all really resonated with my values.
Did you notice any more energy? Did you get sick less, stronger, weaker?
Initially noticed less soreness. I was sleeping better. I was eating more vegetables, more nutrient-dense foods, so I can physically just feel just healthier. So it all just resonated so well with my body.
Cool. Could you be with somebody who isn't vegan?
Yeah, I can see myself with someone who's not vegan. I know it's ideally the world would be vegan, but we're not in that situation. But I would definitely prefer them to be vegan. I haven't really been in that situation super long term yet, but yeah, we'll see, I guess, when we cross that road.
How do your family and friends take it?
Probably like most other vegans have deal with it. They always get every holiday they get the questions about protein, what about, don't you miss bacon and all that stuff. In the beginning you get frustrated, but you learn to live with it, and they love you down the heart. So I love my family. They support me, and what's great about being an athlete while you're vegan is a lot of the myths are dispelled just because you're already strong and you already work out and you're healthy. So I try to speak with my actions in my videos, so I try to put a lot of content out there of the things that I can do on a vegan diet, and that answers most of the questions out there from my family. So they tend to leave me alone and not really poke fun of me because, I'm an athlete, so it really does help.
Where do you post those?
Yeah, I love making video content. Actually, veganism got me into recipes as well. So I have a YouTube channel, Street Beast TV. I do vlogs, I do recipes, tips for athletes. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. If you're interested, go over and check it out.
What are some of the biggest myths you think?
Definitely protein. I can't believe still to this age we have so much controversy about vegan protein. It's incomplete, it's not super bioavailable. And all I'm gonna say is, protein is not a problem. Just look at all the vegan athletes out there. It's easy to hit your protein goals if you're eating the right foods and the right amount of calories. So.
Yeah, I've even heard that vegans on average get like 1.5 times the amount of protein they need.
Yeah, it's especially in this day and age. I mean, you hit some lentils, some tofu, some soy milk. I mean, it's very easy.
Do you have any quotes you want to share?
Food can either be the most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison.
The exact opposite type of diets, they get hyped up on the transient results. And it seems like that quote kind of almost fits that, right?
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's one of the quotes that really helped me transition more to like a whole food vegan diet. Is like, I want to, treat my body with respect. I want to pick foods that agree with my values and make me a healthier human being and perform better as an athlete and recover better as an athlete too. I want to live a healthy lifestyle, and I want to take care of my body and be able to do the things that I do as long as possible without injury, without aches and pains. And so if I can do that longer, then that's what I'm gonna do.
What's a day of eating like?
A day of eating for me, I post quite a few videos about this, so if you want to check out more detail, definitely check it out on my videos. But I love tofu scramble. That's definitely a go-to of mine. I'll make a chickpea omelet sometimes, put some avocado. Avocado, I have every day without fail in some form. So I put some avocado, chickpea omelet, tofu scramble, a side smoothie. The smoothie is usually like blueberry, chocolate protein powder, cacao, chocolate almonds, soy milk. So that's usually like my go-to breakfast. Snack in the midday is usually some kind of salad with some different dressings every single day with some beans in there, maybe some vegan cheese. And dinner is usually some kind of bowl, usually with like rice, different like vegetables, carrots, kale, cauliflower, broccoli. Tempeh or tofu is usually a big staple of mine. I love the protein that I get from that. Maybe another salad in there, and then for dessert, I gotta have chocolate. Chocolate is one of my go-tos. I love super dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate with nut butters inside of them. I like chocolate and ice cream. I like making my own chocolate. I like making my own protein ice creams. I'm definitely a sweet tooth guy. I mean, I love my sweets. I have to always end my meals with something sweet, and usually it's like fruit and chocolate. And then kava. Shout out to Leaves and Roots Lounge. Before I go to bed, I usually have tea or some kava bowl.
Yeah, you're the second person to mention the sweets, and it's making me feel a lot better about my addiction to them.
Yeah, thank God for dates and agave, because they really satisfy my sweet tooth.
Yeah, man. You have any resources you want to recommend?
Yeah, if you're looking into being more plant-based and need more information, I definitely encourage you to watch Game Changers. And if you're in South Florida, definitely check out SoFlo Vegans. They have all the information you'll need while you're in South Florida for vegans.
Excellent. Anything you're looking forward to in the future that we might want to also consider?
I am working on my own recipe ebook, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Trying to put out all my recipes. I love creating stuff in the kitchen, so other than that, I'm just going to make more content, more parkour, more ninja, traveling, and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely check it out.
Cool. And then this ebook, do you have a title for that yet?
I think it's between Beast Bowls and Street Kitchen, something like that. I don't know yet, but it'll be out there. So something catchy.
What do you think about these carnivores, man?
I don't know what I want to say out in public, but let's just say I'm not the biggest fan, to say the least. Let's keep it simple. I love all human beings. I think some of them are a little confused, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Why do you think some people fail at this?
I think the most I've seen when people fail is when they go a little bit too extreme on the health side of stuff. Like I've seen people go really extreme with raw, or just really extreme in general of like not eating out, and maybe even developing some eating disorders and getting some health problems, and then blaming it on veganism when it was something else. Yeah, I think when you go just too extreme, I definitely went down that rabbit hole because I'm very health conscious, but now I'm okay with including some indulgences like ice cream and cheeses and fake vegan meat. Definitely eat whole foods mostly, but don't be afraid to indulge in some of the processed foods. I think that's something that you can enjoy once in a while, and you should include in your diet, because that's definitely where I see some of the failures happen with, it's too restrictive, I had health problems. Like,
that's cool that you're saying that, because there's some infighting, I guess you could say, between some of the doctors. Some are saying, if you're a whole food plant-based purist, it's going to be counterproductive to the movement. And that's just like a recent phenomenon that I've noticed. Is there anything about vegans you wish you could change?
I don't know. In my opinion, the way I like to portray veganism is more through action. And that's my form of activism. I know there's different forms of activism out there that work better for different people. But for me personally, I think it's better to show by example instead of shouting out, with the top of your lungs, like meat is murder or something like that. I think for me, I try to stay away from that, and I try to just show people what I can do with, and my form of activism is showing my athletic abilities. And then people see my diet and they're like, whoa, you don't eat animal products? And then that sparks the conversation. And then I can tell them, yeah, I eat this and that. And oh, look, I have videos for my recipes. So I think that way of activism and spreading the message is a little bit more positive than, you know, showing videos of killing and all that negativity and scaring people like, oh, you're gonna die of heart disease if you eat cholesterol and saturated fat. So I think, you know, showing what you're passionate about, whether it's a form of art or recipes, whatever you are, like be good at showing a positive message and associating that with the vegan message instead of negativity, because I feel people stray away from that negativity, even though I think it does work for some people. I think I wish I could see a little bit more positive activism out there.
How do you define veganism?
I would say the definition of veganism for me is doing the best to your ability of not harming others on this planet that we share. Somewhere along those lines. You know, we share this planet with not just humans, but other animals, and doing our best to live in harmony with them. That doesn't mean that it's going to be 100%, we're not going to kill any animals. That's impossible. Just living, you know, I'm going to step on some ants. Just, you know, purchasing fruit, I'm sure there's going to be insect get killed in the harvesting process with some rodents and stuff. But we do our best, and the vegan diet has shown that reduces the amount of harm and on this environment and the other species that we share this planet with. So that aligns with me, and I do to my best of my ability to live that lifestyle.
If say you were going out to eat with somebody and they sat down in front of you and said, is it okay if I order chicken? How would you respond to that?
I'm to the point where I let people do what they want. You know, inside I feel, you know, oh man, that really stinks, they're ordering chicken. But I don't want to be a vegan that, you know, people think like, oh, I can't do this around that. No, I want to be welcoming. And because that's going to spark the conversation eventually, more often than not, with people like, oh, like, I'm curious about veganism because you're very chill about it and you're not super, you know, militant or all that stuff. So inside, yeah, you know, I'm obviously against it, but I'm not going to say anything. And if they ask me permission, I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. You know, that's just me. I know other people have different views, but for me, I feel like that will work more toward the movement than being more like, yeah, can you not do that in front of me? Or, you know, you're not allowed to have this in front of me, or you know what I mean? So for me, I think it's just more positive, and it'll help the movement more.
You think we'll see a vegan world?
I maybe not in my lifetime, but I think eventually humans will look back like, wow, we used to eat animals like that. We used to treat our, you know, the planet like this. So yeah, maybe not in my lifetime, just because of so much controversy in the carnivore and the keto and all this stuff. But yeah, I really hope one day.
You rock, man. Thanks for all you're doing. You're killing it. So I'm excited to check out your channel, man.
Thank you, sir.
See what kind of tricks you're pulling off out there.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.